Hey guys, it's Jarek the Gaming Dragon doing some more Dirt 3 gameplay. I know I've been spamming my video game account with Dirt 3 as of late, but it's a really fun game. I'm going to be showing you a Trailblazer race. This is in Michigan. And this car is not exactly made for off-road. And there's a few off-road spaces, and I'll just start playing it. But there's a few off-road places in this game that you are just trying to maintain control over this car. It handles really well, don't get me wrong, but damn does it go fast. And it always makes it worse that the race I did before this race was, I was handling a car that like barely would even break 100 miles an hour, and this car just goes to like 100 miles an hour in 6 seconds. So, yeah, I was having a little bit of trouble maintaining control over it. I had to drive it a little bit differently because it actually turns. You don't really need to drift around too much. Which, that's usually how I drive is, you know, the four-wheel slide. And that corner majorly messed me up the first time. I hit that wall so hard the first time I raced, and I was just like, okay, it's early in the race, restart. It said the I was going 130 miles an hour on the impact, and the force of impact was 170 Gs. I saw that and was just like, damn, would have so been dead. I mean, I know these cars are safe, but good God. Now, this is actually one of the easier spaces off-road, just because it's a lot of just drifting around the corner. But this car, not made for off-road, to say the least. If you see the game kind of slow down then speed back up, that's because Fraps doesn't like Dirt 3 too much. In fact, if you don't even have the latest version of Fraps, it won't even work with Dirt 3. It'll just show up as a bunch of random-ass colors. See, it keeps lagging like that. Come on, Fraps, work correctly. And right there, where I went back onto the concrete, I was like, yes, finally back on cement. This car is not an off-road car. And trying to keep it under control when you're off-road is, it's not the easiest thing to do. But you can definitely do it, don't get me wrong. It's just I'd much rather be on concrete while driving this thing. I'm playing this on the, on hard difficulty. I put it up to hard difficulty, and that's like the perfect challenge for me because I'm still kind of getting used to the game, still getting back into Dirt 2 or Dirt 3. You know, Dirt. I played a lot of Dirt 2, but I got to readjust it. I haven't played it in a while, and I went back off road. No, why off road? But yeah, I have it on hard difficulty, and that's like the perfect challenge. It's not too difficult to be frustrating. It just feels like a good challenge to me. It doesn't feel way too hard. Just enough to make me push myself to make sure I am going the fastest I possibly can. Although I feel that I could have done a lot better on this race. And yes, concrete again, thank you. But I feel I could have done a lot better here, especially just on a lot of the turns. But there you go, there's the first race. That's 1 out of 3. Let's go to the next one. Alright, the second race, and if you thought the off-road was annoying last time, not really annoying, just a little difficult to keep it under control, now everything's wet. Good news. So this race is a little bit more trickier. As you can see, you slide a lot more just because everything's wet. I mean, no shit. When there's mud around, it's kind of a little bit harder to control than when it's just plain dirt. Either way, I almost kind of prefer that because it plays into the way I drive more. I prefer to drive, you know, to do the four-wheel slide no matter what I'm driving. And I can actually do that when it's wet with a car like this. Went a little bit wide on that turn there, but as long as you keep it on the road and don't crash, it's fine. I do love the, I like the surroundings here. You're just kind of driving along a, just suburbs around a lake. It's kind of cool. There's a lot of tricky turns because this car is a very, very fast car. And then you get a sharp turn in the mud, and it's hard to control. It's hard to get through that turn. Especially when there's places like around here. There's one spot around here, I think it's this turn right here, where if you get a little bit off the road, there's a bump on that left that'll just throw you just a little bit off. Just that much to screw you up. And here's the end of the second race. Let's go on to the third race. Alright, now here's the third and final race, and I gotta say this race actually gave me the least amount of difficulty out of the 3 races. And I actually did fairly well here. For some reason, this game thought or must have thought that this would be harder, as I almost take out a sign. Maybe it's because there was a decent amount of drifting here, I don't know. But this game, it seems that they scaled down the difficulty for this race specifically, like the bar was lowered to me. Either that or I just had an easy time with this race, I don't know. But it wasn't very difficult, and I'm playing it on hard difficulty, not the hardest. I could put it one notch above, but it's not on normal either. Normal is just enough to give me a good challenge without being overly frustrating. And on the hardest difficulty, I'm already coming up on passing someone, so I don't know. I did like this race though. I found it kind of fun. A lot of drifting and a lot of straightaways as well, which is, you know, two things I really like. Being able to get some speed and being able to do a four-wheel slide around something. You know, as long as it's in a race and not doing some stupid Gymkhana bullshit. They really should not have added that in the Dirt 3. It takes a lot out of the game. I mean, it's still definitely worth it, but it just wastes my time playing that crap. And you have to play it to continue. It's kind of annoying. But let's just focus on what I'm doing here. Here I come pretty close to hitting this bridge. I think I tap it. Yeah, I barely tapped it with the spoiler. Hey, there's the end of the race, and first place. So, there's some more Dirt 3 gameplay. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see all you guys next video.